Welcome back guys, Slayback in here. Time for another Total War Warhammer battle replay. Today we've got myself as the Greenskins bringing my Goblin army up against the Empire. Let's jump in and have a look at the armies themselves. So for me, I've got 4 units of Goblin Spears deployed on, 2 units deployed on each flank. We've got the Nasty Skulkers in the middle, flanked by the Warlord's Boys for that lovely Sunder Armor effect. All the Goblin Infantry has 2 ranks of experience. We've got the Rusty Arrows again for that lovely Sunder Armor effect. We've got 1 unit of Orc War Boy Biggins. We've got 1 Giant, and we've got the Arachnarok Queen to, of course, summon in those lovely, lovely Spiderlings. We have 2 Goblin Big Bosses just on their Spider Mounts, no skills or anything. We've got the Orc War Boss today, not the Night Goblin War Boss. It is the Orc War Boss today with all his lovely buffs. We have a Night Goblin Shaman with Itchy Nuisance and Sneaky Stab, and that's it for me. Let's go over and check out the Empire. So the Empire players brought 6 units of Spearmen with Shields, each with 1 rank of experience. We've got 4 units of Great Swords. We have 2 Handgunners, and then we have the Regiment of Renowned Handgunners, the Silver Bullets, of course, very, very good unit. We have, for the leadership, we have 2 Light Wizards, each with a net, and he's actually brought the Arc Lector today, which is a pretty interesting pick. I don't really see it that often, but he's not that good in melee, but he is, of course, a very, very good buffing lord. So the buffs that he's actually brought today are Benediction, which is a +8 leadership buff. He's brought the Grand Hammer of Sigma, which is a +34 melee buff, and he's brought the Grand Shield of Faith, which is a 22% damage reduction. Oh, and he's also got 1 unit of Demigryph Knights with Halbergs. Awesome. So opening up the battle, we have my Hammer of Gork firing into the handgunners. Can we get over there and actually have a look at this, see how much damage it does? It's a very, very good catapult. It's probably just below the Goblobber, I would say. I'd say the Goblobber is probably the best catapult, maybe even the best artillery in the game. And then I think the Hammer of Gork is just underneath it a wee bit. Just not quite as good, but pretty decent, saying nonetheless. Come on, fire! Fire, lads! Nah, put it back on normal speed, shall we? See, I opened up on these handgunners. When I seen this, I did assume they did have this unit of silver bullets as well, which of course later on I did find out that he did actually have it. Now this, it wasn't actually doing as much damage over here as what I was really expecting, or really wanting it to, I guess, would be the better point. So I actually decided to change target and attack into, I believe it's this unit here. This unit here of Great Swords. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Missed. Hit. I think it just did a lot more damage than what it was doing up against those handgunners. Now, he's actually moved his Demigryphs over this side. I've responded by moving over my Orc Boy Biggins and my Rusty Arrows. Orc Boy Biggins will lose this in a straight 1v1, but with the Sunder Armor effect, you should actually be able to take that unit out quite comfortably. Well, that was the theory anyway. You'll see, here comes our first net coming down. I did notice the net coming down. I did respond with my unit of goblins, just trying to bring them over here to stop this charge. We have a massive charge incoming. We'll go slow-mo on this charge, because charges are always beautiful. Watch out, gobbos! Arrows are flying. Gobbos are coming. Who says gobbos are skitterish and scared, eh? This is full commitment, full honour. Full flying gobbos everywhere. Oh my god, it goes so far. Oh no. Stop it, Jimmy. Stop it. No. You shall be remembered. You shall be remembered. Right, back into the action. So one of the first, one of the mini nets I was expecting in this matchup, which is quite why I wanted to show you guys this replay. I thought it was a very, very good replay. Don't really come up against 2 nets very often. Of course, nets are very infuriating, let's say, to play against. When used correctly, they are extremely strong. He's actually netted pretty much my whole Lord squad here. Unfortunately, apart from my actual Lord himself. And over in the background, we did actually manage to summon a unit of spiders. Even though we're not directly on top of them, we can summon them in and then run them forward. They do actually come in with some pretty decent speed there at 78. So they can actually get up onto these gun lines pretty quickly. Let's go back over to this cavalry fight. As you can see, the Demigryphs with Halbergs have made short work of these Orc Boy Biggins, even with that unit of Goblin Spears and the Rusty Arrows offering support. Absolutely crushed through that. Right, get that chopper out. Right, our first net has been, it's run out. Spiders are still being summoned in over the back here, trying to stop these guns from doing any work. If these guns get a chance, they will actually bring down both the Giant or the Ragnarok very, very quickly. I believe this is another net coming down. No, that's actually Nuisance coming down. I seen he had his Lord over here, so I'm trying to pull this Lord squad over. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this Lord squad absolutely wrecks Lords. It is a good Lord killing squad, but unfortunately, over on my left-hand flank, it's just been absolutely crushed. The fact that we lost these Orc Boy Biggins and the Rusty Arrows very early on, yeah, look at this. My left flank is just absolutely destroyed. My right flank's holding on rather well, but that left flank's just been obliterated so fast. My Lord squad is still relatively healthy. I have managed to bring one of his Light Wizards anyway down to about 55-60%, somewhere around there. And we're still, yeah, just trying to kill him off because we want to eliminate as many of those nets as possible. But it was about at this stage that I actually realised, nope, he's got his Lord over here. I'm not going to win this, you know, without killing this Lord. So I've pulled my Lord squad over. Unfortunately, we've got another net coming down here, which has caught my Giant, my boss, and one of the Night Golem big bosses in there. Luckily for me, I did have the Spider and another Goblin Big Boss over here to actually be able to get on top of this Lord. You can see once this actually net runs off. Here we go. It's off now, boys. Let's get in there. Once this net actually comes off and I can get my Lord squad in on top of his Lord, this Lord is going to go down really fast. It's so much damage that we can pump out on top of these Lords. Get him! Boom! And of course, above, you know, all the damage that these guys are doing, both the Giant and their Ragnarok actually cause fear, so that's really, really good for us. Look how fast this Lord is going down once my Lord squad gets on top of him. Buffs are coming in for me. We've got Stand Your Ground, we've got Warg active. I believe I pop off a, not an itchy nuisance, a sneaky stabbing off here at some stage too, but yeah, just look how fast this Lord's actually going down. Once that net wears off, we just absolutely pummel him to death. Seeing that my Lords are actually starting to win the battle, the Night Goblins have become brave again and starting to get themselves back into the fight. These are the 4 units. This one actually broke off from this side here. These are the ones who actually broke all off this side here. We have actually managed to bring them back into the fight now. Hammer of Gork still doing work against the Silver Bullets now. Of course, with that debuff on there, minus 40% accuracy on that range unit, very, very good. And I don't believe he's actually been able to get any shots off onto any of my actual line. Most of the kills these guys actually end up... Well, there we go. Starting to get a few shots off now, but most of the kills that these guys actually end up getting is against those spiders. Look at that. Just smash that so well. And the Goblins, of course, when the Goblins are winning, they are very sturdy and they rally very, very easily. When they're losing, they all run. Once one runs, the rest of them run pretty damn quickly. And there it is, guys. That is the battle. I thought it was really interesting with all those nets flying around. You know, as soon as I seen that setup, I was like, damn, I'm going to lose. You know, because we knew exactly what's going to happen. You get netted, the guns actually just rip your Giant units to pieces, but with those summoned spiders that we're able to summon in on top of these handgunners, just stop them from actually being able to shoot into my Giants, and my Giant and their Ragnarok, sorry. You know, these guys didn't take much damage at all, really. Awesome. Hammer of Gork did well, coming in with 79 kills. Handgunners did alright, 37, 39 and 53 respectively on each individual unit. But again, most of that was on those summoned spiders. So yeah, the effectiveness of those 3 units in the battle wasn't actually very good. Very good usage of his Demogryph Knights in combination with the net. Obviously being able to rout out my unit of Orc Boy Biggins and my unit of Rusty Arrows at the same time. Awesome, guys, that is today's multiplayer video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.